All right, we are half an hour or so away from the beginning of the Shark Championship, and the first squad has already done their thing. Scores reasonably low. I mean, if you want to compare them to the other tournaments, extremely low, which is a good thing, but also, yeah, it can be a little tricky now. Now that the scoring pace has dropped a little bit, pair to pair can play a huge role and a huge factor in ball motion. And the shark oil pattern is also something that typically may start out decent and okay, but the transition is wild, incredibly difficult, and especially when you go pair to pair. So it's a longer oil pattern, typically a lot less volume, a clear out of bounds to the outside part of the lane, and so everybody's forced very much to play in the middle part of the lane. And once a few games have gone with that lower volume, strong bowling balls for the most part with surface, because it's a long oil pattern, the middle can just blow up, and that makes angle of entry to strike really difficult. That makes consistency in ball motion really difficult. That makes pair to pair really difficult, because maybe you go to a pair and there's not as much friction. Maybe there's more friction in the middle depending on who has bowled where and when. So yeah, this is typically a harder pattern. Scores are reflecting that. I think the key for me anyway is I don't want to give the pocket away. I don't want to see too much shape. I think once you start to see shape, your ball is covering more distance, and with as many variables as we have on this pattern, the more distance you're covering, the more likely for trouble. So we'll keep it simple, stupid, make our spares, do as best as we possibly can, and then reflect, create a new strategy if need be for the next day. But today is all about staying super patient, super focused. It's not going to be pretty. We're just going to get as many as we can. Okay, 2:30, game one in the books. Very good start considering like a minute left in practice I had no idea what I was going to do. So I'm starting to feel already, even from game one, just so much early hook that it gets the ball offline. I'm trying to stay away from it. Ideally I'm too far left, but I'm making it work. So the goal is try and make it work and let the lane come to me and just really execute and yeah, it's just try to get out of it. Like I said, it's not going to be pretty. Just going to get as many as we can. Alright, I feel a little lost, but I feel a little found now. I was a little lost, but yeah, made all my spares, saved whatever I could. But it's weird when you feel, sometimes you feel like, man, they're really touchy. And then you look around and everybody's striking at will. You're like, clearly doing something wrong. You feel like you have to be perfect and everyone else has got 250 on the board. So hopefully this little ball change works. Felt good, we'll see. Well, I feel like he owes me a few stubborn corner pins, and then that right lane just had my number. Made a good move, pocket 710, sucked. But hey, we caught a Brooklyn. Maybe we just aim there for the rest of the game. Alrighty, we're done. How do I sum up today accurately? Alright, let's talk about the positives. Positives is we did okay. Not great, maybe just a little out of the cut for the top 24. So 120 something over. So it could have been a lot worse. That's good. Made all my spares. It's important on this pattern. It's not easy to make your spares on this pattern. So I did all that. And I think there were a couple of good ideas that I had. A couple. First game was a good idea. Fifth game was a good idea. Sixth game was a good idea. So considering the 3 games that I had good ideas, I bowled okay. The negatives. I definitely got lost. Game 2, 3, and 4. You can talk about bad carry, 7-10s, ring 10s, all those things. You can talk about them as just bad luck, but ultimately your ball is going to tell you if it's bad luck or not. Now you can leave one and then strike every other ball. Yeah, you can maybe argue that's a little bad luck, but when you're really not getting to the pocket well, you're seeing inconsistent ball motion, you get to the pocket, it doesn't look convincing, doesn't feel convincing, and then you start leaving those flat 10s, ring 10s, pocket 7-10s, that's not luck anymore. You're doing the wrong thing. And so that middle part there, just really getting lost, it's pretty frustrating because, again, I don't think the lanes were horribly hard for the field. I think I just made them that way by, choosing the wrong ball choice, wrong speed. The other thing that I'm not really thrilled about is I cut a lot of my delivery short today. I missed left more today than probably I have for the entire World Series so far. So that's more of a mental thing. That's trying to overcome, hey, you're on shark, you're not allowed to throw it to the right, so you got to make sure you hit your target, and that's just the overcompensation. But at this level, you need to have confidence in the ball. You got to make good ball choices. You got to play the lanes right and know that, hey, I actually have a little room to the right, and just free yourself up, which I thought halfway through that last game, I finally started to feel that way. Started to shape it and trust it a little more. The ring 10 and the 10th was, that's, for all the boys out there watching, you'll know exactly how that felt. You know how that feels, right? You stand with your legs open, someone kicks you right between them. That's how it felt. Just a sick feeling in my stomach seeing that ring 10, because I'm like, maybe we get 250 out of this game, Houdini it somehow. You'll leave and dinner will taste pretty sweet, but stupid ring 10. So yeah, there's the positives, there's the negatives. So what are we going to do tomorrow? Well, I think tomorrow, first up in the morning, I think we kind of have a much better understanding on how we want to see the lanes and how we want to play them, what kind of ball shape we want to see, especially games 2, 3, 4. I think that's going to be critical tomorrow. I think the guys who make the cut, I think are going to get a lot of score in that 2, 3, 4 game. So I can't miss it. So we're going to catch it, get it tomorrow in those games, and then that way, hopefully the lanes start to shape similar as they did tonight for games 5 and 6, and then she'll be fine. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, but thank you. See you tomorrow. Peace. G'day, thanks for watching. If you loved this one, check out the rest of the videos from this playlist or any other playlist. Make sure that you like the video and please subscribe if you would love to be the first to catch any of the latest of the behind the scenes and a whole lot of other